Hi, I'm Gleb Gorodetsky. I'm a specialist in biocultural diversity conservation and an author. And I'd like to invite you to come with me on a journey to the very edge of our changing planet, to learn about climate change from those who've lived with it for decades, the indigenous peoples. I've written about human-environment relationship for such publications as Wildlife Conservation, Cultural Survival, and National Geographic. And now I have a contract with Pegasus Books to write a book about climate change and indigenous peoples. I have half of the book written already, but I still need to dive deeper into some of those stories to be able to complete the manuscript by the spring of 2016. And this is where you come in. My book contract doesn't cover travel, and I need your help to raise funds so that I can return to some of the communities I write about in the book. I need to update the stories, do more interviews, and spend more time with the people on the land. And of course, to share everything that I learn with supporters like you. But let me tell you why this book is important. Less than 2 generations ago, scientists were only beginning to consider the possibility of a world under a changing climate. Yet in the Arctic, indigenous peoples were already raising the alarm about the changes they were seeing on their lands and seas. Today, the rest of the world is slowly waking up to the reality of climate change. Yet most of us have no idea what it means for our lives or the lives of our children's children. To really understand the unfolding changes, we must pay close attention to the indigenous peoples, because for them, climate change has long been not just a political slogan, a prediction, or a fundraising strategy, but a reality of their daily lives. A mere 4% of the world's population, indigenous peoples look after traditional territories that cover as much as 20% of the Earth's surface, supporting over 3/4 of our planet's remaining biodiversity. The indigenous territories are connected into one archipelago of biocultural diversity by the very nature and history of their symbiotic relationship with the Earth. From the original stewards of this archipelago, we can learn not only what it takes to live with climate change, but also how to live on Earth in such a way so that our well-being is not dependent on the disruption of the planetary life-sustaining balance. The book Archipelago of Hope documents my search for hopeful stories of indigenous people's resilience from the front lines of climate change. From the mountains, the homeland of the Altai people in Russia, to the coast, the traditional territory of Tlaoquet people in Western Canada. From the boreal forests, the home of Skoltsami in Finland, to the ancestral rainforests of Sapara people in Ecuador. I hope you can join me on this journey. By supporting the Archipelago of Hope, you can help bring these all-important stories of climate change resilience to the global audience. Thank you.